All right. Hey, welcome to LocalMeA Live with LocalMeA, the best of local, your local business and lifestyle source for East Montgomery County and Lake Houston. I'm Mark Linneberry, your host tonight. We have a great show for you tonight, but first, I want to thank a couple sponsors that are making tonight's show possible. And of course, that's the Greater East Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce, where we're proud to be EMC, and you should be too.
It's great for business.
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 It is great for business, and we are proud to be EMC, and there's great reasons for you to be proud too. Also want to thank Firecraft Barbecue.
Are you ready for your delivery, sir?
Man, Chef has been tearing it up, Chef David Welch, lately. Thank you guys for supporting his business as well. I'm pretty sure I saw a post. He's going to be back out at Town Center Park this Saturday. So if you're not following Firecraft Barbecue, make sure that you do. All right, so it's a live show, right? So that means anything can go wrong, but of course everything's going to go right tonight. No doubt in my mind that's going to happen. Let's go ahead and do this first because we really need to. And we had a passing this week, and that was Dr. Guy Sconzo. When we talk about best of local, this gentleman was certainly best of local. Former Humble ISD superintendent. And if you ever got to know Dr. Sconzo, you know what I'm talking about. But a great loss, but a great gain if you've ever got to know him and all that he did for our community. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to him and our best to his family in this particular time. And moving on, hey, it is about having a fun show too, right? So that's what LocalMeA is all about. We're going to try something a little new tonight. Let's give this a try real quick. Yeah, right.
Now, I really don't understand why everybody isn't following the same rules right now. They're very clear. So let's take a minute. Let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open, and all stores must close unless, of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly, but don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there. Unless, of course, you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours, but in most cases it's days and not hours, and it needs a damp environment or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed, so you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not home educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work, but you can get another job, at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are simply many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better, but those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February. plus a couple timers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we are only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during these times, you should be eating well and exercising, but exercising will be eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long. Unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. If you do sit down, don't eat unless you've had a long walk, which you're allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus, except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you.
I hope that cleared it up for you. The Adley Show is this week's winner. This week's, they won the internet. I think by this time it's almost like over 3 million views already to watch that. But that one cracked me up, so I had to share it with you as well. I hope you got a kick out of it just like I did. Just one more segment that I kind of tested out last week and had to do it again today. When you're living the lockdown lifestyle, there's one joy that you get, that you get each and every day if you want to. But, here's my joy.
What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today?
One of the joys when you're living the lockdown lifestyle is a walk to the mailbox. Let's find out what's in the mail today. Oh, it's a lucky day. It's a lucky day. I got a personal loan offer from Discover.
What's in the mail today?
That was my trip to the mailbox today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Man, hey, do you like the lockdown lifestyle look? It's getting a little scruffy around here. Hey, let's get on with the show. I've got some great guests for you tonight, and we're going to get started here with Nicole Watkins of Quarantingo Bingo. Hey, Nicole.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I was introduced to you by an invite to a Facebook group, actually, through a friend that we both know, and that was Sherry Huber. And I said, what do you invite me to? Because you get invited to all these Facebook groups now, right? And you're like, oh, another Facebook group. And I wasn't quite sure what it was. And then I, started seeing these posts about, I want a card, I want a card, I want a card. And so I had to start saying something's going on here. And so, one of the things I've tried to do with LocalMeA is, you always hear these slogans, and it's like, buy local, shop local, live local, support local, but they're just slogans. They don't really have any action, to them. And, my whole deal with LocalMeA was to put those words into action, give you reasons to go out and actually do something to really live, laugh and love local, right? But, I saw what you were doing and I said, wow, that is a great idea. You are actually causing something to happen. You're getting people to move and do something, and of course, in a time of need. So you have a great story about what even inspired you to create it. Tell us a little more about it.
Yeah, so Kingwood has been my home from day one, and so as I've grown, as I've gone through school myself, as my daughter's been going through school, I've been very big in the fundraising community, with schools, with sports, nonprofits, and one group that we can always turn to is our local restaurants. Our local restaurants are our backbone of our community. They support us every single time we need something, and they're the ones putting their names on the sports jerseys. And donating those silent auction baskets and those raffle items. And so in this time, I just thought, how can we support them and help them stay alive? Because we need that. We need our backbone. And I myself, I'm furloughed right now. I'm a bartender in the community and I'm not working. So I had to put my mind to something else and to help these people that have always helped us. And so I started contacting some of the local restaurants that I knew, and they all jumped on board. And tonight we are going to start round 4. We're on round 2 live, and in the last 24, 48 hours, we've had such a group of community members come together that we have enough to start 2 more rounds of bingo. So we're going to start it tonight and do 2 more rounds. It's going to start as soon as this show is over, and we're going to keep having fun.
So, I guess we could show a little bit of what's happening here, because it's all based around a Facebook group page, right? I'm going to go ahead and bring that up, and we'll take a look at that and be able to talk to it. I appreciate the comments. I'm kind of putting them on the screen here once in a while, but I see Sherry was watching already, and look, she's saying she's actually won too.
Yes, yeah, she's been an active player. I talked to her earlier today, and she's almost on her number 2. So, and you can win more than once on your bingo card. So each round of bingo, we have 24 possible winners. And so whenever you get a bingo or somebody gets a bingo, keep going. We have a whole bunch more to go. And basically, so this is the Facebook group. This is the Quarantingo Bingo Facebook group. This is how you don't have to be on Facebook to request a card, but this is a great way to stay in touch with us, to see who the new restaurants are. Round 1, round 2, round 3 and 4 now. Round 3 and 4 should be posted. I had it scheduled to post when we got going tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to look for one of your bingo cards just to kind of bring it up so people can see what won.
Yeah, so right there, what you're looking at real quick, I'm going to stop you right there where the blue numbers are. So up until this point, I have been sending out cards personally, and it has just taken off. We have when we started this show tonight, we had 566 members. It's getting a little much for me to do it. So if you want a bingo card, you need to find this post on here and just click on each of the links, and it will give you your own personal bingo card from each of the games.
So if I clicked on it right now?
You clicked on it right now. It should take you to the link. Okay, so it's going to say generate card. Go ahead and click on that. And there is your own personal bingo card for each of our rounds. The bottom right-hand corner there, there's the 3 lines. If you click on that, that's going to give you the option to print your card and to save your card. So make sure you do that, because if you don't do that, you're going to end up getting off your screen and have to go back and generate a new card. So make sure you're saving. And this is all going to be explained when I get off tonight and show you how to do this and get your own bingo card and start with yourself.
That is great that you actually created a mechanism to do that, because I know what you're saying. As you keep growing as a group, it gets a little uncontrollable, right? Everybody wants their card.
When I started this, I just didn't know how it was going to go. So I was I went to my go-to supporters here in the community, and they were all for it. And I said, okay, let's see how it goes. And then it just kept going. And then Kelly Schaefer over at Community Impact News did a story last week, and it just doubled after that. And okay, now here we go. And then it wasn't just people contacting me for bingo cards. It was people contacting me, restaurants, saying, I want to be part of this. I want my name on a bingo card. How do we go? And so that's how it went from round 1 to round 2. And here in the last 48 hours, being able to put 2 more rounds together. And that's in this time, that's a huge upstepping for these local businesses. I mean, if they're playing 3-4 rounds, that's a gift certificate every round that they're donating as a prize. So even in this time where everybody's struggling, they're still here like, hey, let's have fun. Let's have a good time. Let's sit back and let the community have a little fun. We're eating out. Our culture is such a dining out culture anyways. We eat out all the time, especially in Houston. And if we can have a little fun, win a prize in doing it, and try to keep our existence something a little bit more than just having to be confined to our homes right now, it's good for all of us.
Well, that's exactly true. It is good for all of us. It's good for business. It's by no choice of their own that they had to completely change their business models. and nobody was allowed to go into their establishments anymore. So finding ways to make it easier and to give new ideas. That's one of the things I liked about this. You may know some restaurants on there that are your regular, but it also gives you the opportunity to try something new that you may never have thought about, right?
Yes, absolutely. You're playing this game, and all of a sudden you have like a spot that you've gone to your locals because oh, well, that's easy. I want this. I want that. I want to try this. And then all of a sudden you have some random spot on there that you've never heard of. You don't know about this. And what's great about this is all these businesses are local. You may see some bigger names on there, but they're franchises and they're proprietors that are here in our local community that are in school with our kids, that are sitting at the restaurants every single night, and they're part of this. So that is what we're sticking to, and we want everybody around here to support that and support local however you can right now.
Nicole, I'm going to bring this up one more time on the Facebook group page because I know I put it in the link in the comments on both the YouTube Live and the Facebook Live, so they'll always be able to click on it and get it directly there. But this is what you're looking for. Quarantingo Bingo, the Facebook group, and join that group. Right now it's at 566 members. We want to see that double in an hour. Is that right, Nicole?
Yeah, that'd be great. But use those new links for the bingo cards because I can't keep up with all the requests anymore. It's I'm gonna have to hire a staff, and I'm doing this for free. So y'all help me out here.
Well, you're a great community member, and you exemplify again what I try to do with LocalMeA. You, Nicole, are truly the best of local. So thank you for what you're doing. We don't, do a lot of the things we do to be recognized for that, but we do it to help. And you can tell when it's genuine. And man, I can't believe we haven't met before. So what a pleasure we got a chance.
2 degrees of separation, right?
Yeah, the 2 degrees of separation. We always talk about. It's so true out here. And that's why I always say, be careful what you say about somebody, okay? So, hey, Nicole, thank you again for your time. Be sure to check it out on the Facebook group, folks. It is Quarantingo Bingo. And Nicole, I want you to have a great night.
Thank you. You too, Mark. Take care, guys. Stay.
All right. Hey, this is the time where we bring on a musical guest. And tonight's musical guest is Dwayne Dulane. Dwayne, how are you, man?
Good, Mark. How you doing?
I am doing great. I've known you for 1 or 2, maybe more years. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out today how we actually hooked up. I don't know if you reached out to me or I reached out to you, but it was when I was in the band Orange is In. And I gave you a CD, and that's when you had that radio show.
Yep.
And you played our stuff, and it was cool to hear. I don't know, you played maybe something by Aerosmith or something, then you played us, and then you played somebody else. It was kind of cool to hear our song in between all that kind of stuff.
Those were some good times, man. We may have to do something like that again. Maybe do a full local artist show like this.
I'm in.
Local music throughout. So speaking of music, are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm going to bring you up full screen. It's all you, Dwayne.
All right, this is a song I'm going to do. I'm releasing a little album here in a couple of months, 4-song thing, kind of like a parent watching a child grow. And this is a song called Beauty Begins, and it's about kind of that first trip from the hospital after they're born to when you get home, the scary trip, because you don't know, should I drive on the highway, should I drive on the side road, I don't know. But anyway, this is called Beauty Begins. Blankets, beautiful car. Pack up the bags, we're not going that far. Call the neighbors, call all the friends. Life as we go is over. Begin. Say all the thank yous, fix up the bed. Turn out the lights, head home, she said. Ride down the highway to the new home. Sure hope you like it. Beauty begins. Oh baby, are you sure it was you? You saw in the sky on that Millions of miles of the wide, wide sea of blue. You found me. Reach over your hand, will bring you home. I'm living in the corner where the sunlight shone. Flowers and candy and champagne and wine, everything's fine. Oh, baby, I'm sure it was me. Sun in the sky on that crystal clear. Millions of miles in the wide, wide sea of blue. Oh, baby, I'm sure it was me. You saw in the sky on that crystal clear. There were millions of miles at the wide, wide sea of blue. Oh, you found me. Oh, baby, your beauty begins. Your beauty begins. Our beauty begins.
Woo! Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey, real quick, guys, if you want to follow Dwayne Dulane, you're going to do that over here on his Facebook page. Just look up Dwayne Dulane and follow him like him. And Dwayne's going to hang around for a little bit, I hope, because he's going to do one more song for us at the end of the show, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good. Hey, thanks, Dwayne. All right. Hey, moving on with the show. You are watching LocalMeA Live. We're LocalMeA, the best of local, your local business and lifestyle source for East Montgomery County and Lake Houston. And speaking of best of local, my next guest is Donnell Fields. Donnell Fields, who's a local realtor and also a LocalMeA lifestyle contributing writer. So how are you, Donnell?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking me. I appreciate you asking me to come on.
Man, I was so glad to see you. You know, there was lots of things planned this year that we were supposed to do, and you know, our conversations off the camera are usually like, I don't want to talk about myself, Mark, and I get that, you know, I know, but you know, you're a pillar of the community this year with Ham. We were going to celebrate you as that, and we didn't get a chance to do that, so I'm sneaking that in there on you right now. So congratulations on being a pillar of the community. And if you don't know much about Donnell, I'm going to sneak this something up on you here real quick too, that because I know you know about this article that's on the LocalMeA.com website, but it's about Donnell and her contributions to our community and why she's. I'm just so thankful to have her as part of the LocalMeA team. So I would love for you to go to LocalMeA.com and have a look at these this great article about you and these great photos that Drake McIntosh took. He did a really good job.
Yeah, he's very sweet.
So, Donnell.
Okay.
You know, let's bring it back up. Just me and you.
Okay.
Just me and you talking. Nobody's else listening.
Yeah, right.
Except my mom. My mom's listening, and she wants to know: is that stuff on your face gray? And she's not talking about your face. It's mine. It's.
I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, you know, I had a chance to put eyeliner on today. I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, look at that. You're already getting some fans. Sherry Huber, Donnell is amazing. You know, they're out there. But, you know, so we were going to talk a little bit about your being a realtor in today's COVID environment, right, and how that's changed your world, because yours is a person-to-person type business.
Right.
So what are you doing now to connect with clients and show listings and things like that?
Well, I've actually been showing homes, and so have other realtors. So people are still showing their homes. The other day I was showing in Harmony, and I just in a home that was occupied. So my clients, we masked up and I gave them gloves and we went on in. But a lot of the things are virtual now, and a lot of the realtors are really they're just really honing in on their craft, and they're getting houses. You can see a lot more virtual. You can see the layouts. It's a lot more beautiful. And I did an open house this weekend, and I had 8 families, and I stayed outside, and I gave them masks and all, and they were able to go in one family at a time. So it's still going on, and people are closing houses. It's still active, and the title companies and the lenders, they're doing a great job, and they will come to you or go out to the street. I mean, there's just different ways they're doing everything, and they're doing a good job. My boss, I'm with JLA Realty, and my boss, John Altick, has done a great job with keeping us informed. And I can say there are so many classes now. So I think that we, as realtors and as other people that are doing all these Zoom classes and things like that, I don't think life will ever be the same. It'll be different, and different in a good way, because we're learning so much technology, and it's kind of exciting learning all of that, really. It's bringing us to think outside the box, and maybe we were a little stale in some ways, and I think now we'll be more outside the box, and we'll be better for it, I think.
Well, it does create a different world, and I think you're right. You know, it may create new opportunities in the future.
Right.
You know, I'm all ready to, not right today, but I'm looking forward, you know, to being able to meet face to face and doing a lot of those transactions that way without feeling awkward. I think we're going to go through a period of just feeling downright awkward. But you know, we'll get through all that. I'm glad to see that you're still able to get listings, show listings, and there's still a market out there that is happening. You're also known for some other neat things, and one of the reasons that I started to connect with you more than I normally would. But Sherry Hubert says your recipes are amazing, and she wants to see your Converse. Are you wearing them?
I'm barefoot right now. I put a shirt on and shorts. I posted on there. So what are you wearing, like waist down? Because I'm not like doing anything fancy I'm just like concentrating on this, you know?
Yeah, that's all we do now.
Right.
If you talk to the clothing retailers, nobody's interested in bottoms anymore. They're all buying tops. Right?
That's funny. Yeah.
So
I was putting something cute on, and I thought, wait, that's like a skirt. I don't need to be putting that on. So I shed that. And
So one of the neat things that you do, and I'm going to bring up your Facebook page here, your realty Facebook page. And I always loved your post, and you do this on your personal page as well as your professional page. But you always share, you know, whether it's just something that's intriguing and eye-catching or really kind of design inspirational. Where do the ideas come from?
I share something every morning. I try to, I do. I don't share on Sunday, but I share on every other morning. And it's usually something with design, like some kind of decor. Sometimes it's a piece of furniture that's been repurposed or whatever. And you had asked me that before, and I'm not really sure where it comes from. It comes from my mind, but I know that I don't do it that morning that I'm posting. It's something I've thought about. I carry a notebook with me, and I'm pretty artsy and craftsy anyway. And those that knew me in the past, I had a flower store. So I love being creative in my life. So things I see, I will write down, and then I will expound on that. And then I hunt for this kind of thing. Sometimes I will go into Houston when I'm going to open house, and I'll take a picture and I'll think about that. So it has a story. It doesn't really just pop up all at once with me. And I think one of my friends said, I can't wait to see, you know, how you decorate and things like that. I don't know if my house really reflects. I mean, I'm kind of bohemian in the way I'm like eclectic, but I just love all the different kinds of designs. And what I try to do is I try to do lots of different things, because we're all different. And I just did a series last month for LocalMeA. I did one on Dr. Charles and Kyle Campbell on their house, and theirs was modern, and it was beautiful. But someone else may not want modern; they may want French country. So I try to, just flip around to different things. And then on Friday, I will still put design, but on Friday I will put a recipe. And there may have been a few that I selected off the internet, but most every week it's something from my family. And I have an amazing family, and I have one cousin, Karen, that lives in Hillsboro, and she's amazing cook. So I've taken some of her things and some of my grandmother's. I had my grandmother's from Czechoslovakia. I have her cookbook. I didn't think I had it, and I recently found it and I was delighted. But it was funny because Casey Shrey, I can't say her last name right, but she posted that she had done my carrot cake, and I was so excited. It was like I'd given birth or something. And then my best friend John in New York, he said he was making my carrot cake, and then someone at Thanksgiving made my dressing, and I was so thrilled. It just made me feel so special. And about my design, I people don't say a whole lot, but then I'll go out and someone will say something. It just thrills my heart. I was at an event. I think it was, it might have been Village Learning. I'm not sure. I think that's one of the last ones we've had before this. And Nancy Morrison, one of the school board members, came up to me with her daughter and said that she was redoing her house, and she'd saved a lot of my pictures and she was using some as inspiration. So, it's a delight. It's very exciting for me. So I was just
when you work in the social media world, a lot of times you put yourself out there and you put things out there, and you kind of wonder, well, I didn't see as many likes or comments that I was really hoping for. But then you get these personal stories outside of the virtual world that you're like, oh wow, people really are paying attention. They're getting why I'm doing this, and so that's great. And I heard something in there that you said that made you feel special, and I just want you to know, Danelle, you are special. Thank you so much for everything that you do for our community, and best of luck to you in this new period of time. And we're looking forward to your next article on LocalMeA. And I know you're working on with Twyla Carter, the executive director of the Houston Astros Foundation. So be on the lookout for that. Danelle, have a great night, and thank you again for joining us.
And I did want to say one thing. We all love Gasconzo, and I just wanted to mention how heartbroken we are about him. He made such a difference, and our prayers are with the family, Diane and Jennifer and Michael. So
thank you, Danelle. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
All right. So that brings us to bringing back our musical guest, Dwayne Delane, to kind of close us out for the night. Dwayne, take it away, man.
All right. Since we all kind of need hope in this time of crisis, I'm going to do a song it was written and recorded by the great Sam Cooke in the early 60s. This is called A Change Is Gonna Come. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, well, just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Oh, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. When I go to the movies and I go downtown, but somebody keeps telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. And I go to my brother, say, brother, help me. But it winds up knocking me back down to my knees. Oh, yeah. There have been times that I thought I couldn't last for long. Oh, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming. I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Whew. Thank you, Dwayne, man.
Mark.
Really appreciate that. I'm going to bring everybody back on screen so we can all say good night. So let me bring back on Nicole and let me bring back on Danelle.
Hi.
And then I'm going to hide under the logo here. All right, guys, everybody on the count of three, say shop local. 1, 2, 3.
Shop local.
That's right. Don't just shop local, shop the best of local on localmea.com. Hey, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. Stay safe.
See you, Mark.
Bye.